Saturday. But I think when you look at this team and their makeup, you look at they still have Jeff Teat in that loaded offense. They had 10 total players from the Atlas were part of the Eastern Conference All-Star team a couple of weeks ago. So they're just absolutely loaded with talent. Trevor Baptiste can turn a game on its side at the stripe at any time during a game and essentially play make it take it. I know in recent weeks he hasn't been as dominant as what we're used to seeing, but you at least know that you still have that ability at the stripe. And then you can say what you want about Tim Troutner and maybe that loss a couple weeks ago to the Whipsnakes, but the guy still went out, had a hell of a performance in the All-Star game. He won the goalie challenge that day, and Entenmann has been really solid since he's taken over. So really what you have is two goalies that I think you could stick either of them out there and they can go win you a championship later this season. I have full confidence in either Troutner or Entenmann that you could stick either of those guys out there the rest of the way and they could put you in a position to be winning a championship a couple months from now. So yes, the defense does need to be better, but they've shown at times how good they can be. Like you've seen the stats earlier this year about how good guys like Carpenter have been. He's been in talks as one of maybe the steals of the draft and possibly being a rookie of the year kind of guy. You look at some of the stats that Adler was putting up earlier in the year in some of his matchups against guys that are just bigger than him, guys like Rambo and Zed and Nolting, who I had mentioned before, right? So like you've seen at points during this season how good the defense can be. And like I said, you have two guys in the cage that I think either of them can win you a championship. But again, it just goes back to when this team is right, they're going to be virtually impossible to stop, but they are going to have games along the way where they're not fully going to be right.